had the outage, CrowdStrike was the control system for that. So CrowdStrike is the tech company that runs the planes, the computers on the planes, computers in banks and ATMs. So that's the reason why banks were shutting down. They were shutting down schools. They were shutting down airlines. People couldn't get on their flights. And of course, once that happened, their stock plummeted. Because people are like, damn, y'all can't get this under control, right? So, of course, you have like Charter Communications, which is more so like it's considered a tech company, but it's more so like a cable company. You have let's see, MicroStrategy, of course. You have uh, I'm trying to I'm trying to give you companies that you really know. Alphabet Class A and Alphabet Class C are all Google companies. Before Google was Alphabet, right? Is Meta, of course. Meta's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? Lululemon. You have Monster Beverage, Microsoft Corp, Netflix, Nvidia. Now, Nvidia just got put into the NASDAQ and also US 30. I want to say it was November or December. Between November and December, they got put, and then they kicked the company named IBM out. They kicked them out. So now IBM is still a Fortune 500 company, but they just got moved over to the S&P 500.
Okay.
It's just not a stronger company as Nvidia, right? Like Nvidia surpassed like Apple, Amazon as far as like annual revenue, right? So before you even get into the markets, especially when you're trading companies, you always want to look at the downfall and the upfall of a company, certain companies. And over time, as you start to trade indices, futures, whatever it is, you'll be like, all right, this company is a part of the NASDAQ. This company is a part of US 30. Because honestly, the NASDAQ is consisted of 104 companies. But if you go over to Dow, right, which is US 30, this your big dogs.
Yeah, the Amazon, the
So I'm
Apple.
saying American Express,
Gotcha.
Apple, Boeing. Boeing is the company that builds planes. So like this is always dope to think about because it's like, damn, I'm trading this and you're wondering why 30 moves the way it moves. And you like, this is why. You talk about Chevron. Goldman Sachs Group is one of the biggest investment firms in the world. Home Depot, Johnson and Johnson, Coca-Cola, JP Morgan Chase, McDonald's, Nike, Microsoft, right? So Microsoft also holds a place in the 30 as well. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy to actually see it of the companies that that make this pair. Real quick, as you can see what I was telling you about yesterday, this is a Bollinger Band strategy, right? That I implemented through. I'm gonna give you the cheat code. I don't really get this to everybody, but you gotta use AI. Like we're gonna really accelerate the curriculum. Like, of course, it's 12 months, but we're gonna have fun with it. So
Okay.
when I was telling you yesterday, right, it gives this indicator literally gives me when to enter, when to exit. As you can see, here's my top band, here's my middle band, and here's my bottom band. Now, even though I use three strategies, it could be RSI, it could be Bollinger Band, it can be stochastic. I'd never intertwine them together, even though sometimes they work well together when you do intertwine them if you build it correctly, right? But like I told you yesterday, I've had a very, very, very high success rate since I implemented this in Pine Editor, right? So I'll
So you
go back.
did put the Bollinger Band in the Pine.
Exactly. Like you don't even got to really do too much thinking. You just have to know how to word it and tell the system how to do it, if that makes sense, right? So if you see up here, this is around the 20th, February 20th, right? You see up here that they're giving me a long exit. So before this, the indicators took me to take a long, but you get here, as you can see here, I have a long exit. Look exactly what it did. It's giving me my exit around 22,189, 22,192 in that area, right?
Right.
So it's giving it room to breathe just in case it pulls up to this level and they're like long exit. As soon as this says long exit, guess what happens? We start to see a downtrend. We start to see a downtrend, right?
Really?
Downtrend. And of course, here we start to consolidate, of course, market consolidation, or in some cases, you'll see a retracement. right? Let me back up a little bit. It's telling me to go long at the bottom. Typically, it's either going to tell you to go long at the top band or at the bottom band. Now, what I was telling you on our call yesterday is simply what I do is I'm setting my TP at my middle band, right? So your blue band is always going to be that level of like, all right, let's get out. And it may pull below it or it may pull above it, depending on what buy or sell position you're in. But you have to understand, like I said, take the money and get out. Like today was crazy. Like today was like a whirlwind of just bullshit. It was crazy. But we were able to get a few moves. But honestly, like in zones here, and like I said, I teach you the most elementary form. I'm not throwing all the technical words at you. I'm not doing that, right? So in zones like this is what I'm telling you, we want to go more so towards. This is where we're scalping. This is where we're scalping. And I'm going zone to zone, zone to zone, zone to zone. Because me is when it breaks, for me is when it breaks a lower low or a higher low, right? Or I may say, I only want to do 10 to 15 point zones. Every 10 to 15 points, I'm exiting and I'm looking for my next move. Now, another thing about shorting on the one thing about shorting, you have the opportunity when let's say you want to go on the zone, you have the opportunity to, right? As I'm closing, I'm taking profit. I got my 20, 30 point move. Cool. Take the money. And then you can count on, right? Typically in this area, today is a very weird day. Number one, we got the blackout. I don't know if you've seen it on social media, but they're saying don't spend money for 24 hours.
Yeah,
So that caused the market to just boom, 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 boom. Like literally bears, bulls, bears, bulls.
okay.
When we start doing like back testing and stuff like that, I will show you like different patterns of like where I would get in, take profit, and then I would literally off the rip, like, because I can see it while I'm still in the trade that I'm winning. Off the rip, I know that we're going to come back down for a small retracement. So I'm eating up both ways. And vice versa, selling, buying, selling. Typically scalping. Now, as far as Bollinger Bands, I have my Bollinger Bands more set accurately on my 1 hour. So as you can see, you don't really see like as many like closed entry order shorts or like long exit or short exit, right? You're going to see more of that on my 1 hour because that's just how I have it set in the indicator. So let me go back to the 1 hour really quick. And don't get scared about what you see down here. So what I say it's of course this is how platforms code, right? And they implement strategies, right? As you can see in this code, when I give you this strategy, you're about to be like, oh, this strategy is going to put you 9 months ahead of today. 9 months ahead of today. If you're not writing this down, make sure, well, I'm gonna send you the recorded session anyway. But deep seek is what you need. I mean, honestly, you can use deep seek for anything, but it's a platform that I am invested in as far as portfolio wise. And I'm just holding it, but there's also a platform that I actually use for trading, right? For trading purposes. I'm going to say, give me a profitable strategy for scalping on the 1 minute time frame. NAS 100. Oh, sorry, NAS 100. I had a company in Bangladesh, basically like in India. Had a company in Bangladesh. It wasn't a company, it was a group of individuals. I had 3 guys. And I paid them a significant amount of money to code a software for me so it could pretty much scan the chart. Now Fast forward, I'm like, I would never want to pay money like that again, right? Because there has to be a way for me to be able to build or have something think this strategy for me, right? So give me a profitable strategy for scalping on a 1 minute time frame with NASDAQ and trading using the EMA and SMA indicator. Trading view chart. Watch this. Brother, I'm
Literally,
no, bro, it's going to think for you, but you have to tell it how to think. You know what I'm saying?
tell
So
it.
it ain't gonna do everything, but you have to literally be specific. And this is just a brief like synopsis of what it can do, but it's going to literally say, all right, and it can talk to you. It could be like, all right, Mark, I'm going to develop this, but what do you think about what I just developed? What can we change? Or what don't you understand? And then based off what you say, once this is done thinking, we're gonna like kind of skim through it a little technical bit. Before I really start charting, bro, I start dealing with technicals first. Technicals is where the money is, right? And it goes down to fundamentals as well. So sometimes it takes a long time to think, but once it's done, you about to be like, this is crazy, bro. It is literally, I use this just specifically for Bollinger Band strategy, and it's been spot on for me on the 1 hour for going on 2 weeks
The
now.
thing is, I've been seeing. I don't know if you're familiar with. It's called the Forex Beginner Podcast with Calvin. I don't know if you've seen that before,
I
but
know who Calvin, I know who Calvin is, but I've never seen the podcast.
yeah, he had like Q on there, swag. He interviewed like a whole bunch of traders, but it was a guy on there who like kind of it was similar to this. Like he created a software or coding, some type of coding where it did exactly like this is my first time seeing it for real. Like, and it's crazy because it was doing the same thing. Like it would talk to you, and he told it exactly what he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane, brother. It's really like it's crazy. So, okay. So basically, I mean, it gives you time frames, everything, right? So basically we go up here. So this is the actual and like I said, I asked for a scalping strategy, right? And you can develop a scalping strategy. You can develop something for longs if you want to be more so intraday, want to be swing, whatever. So basically, this thing thinks. So it says alternatively, maybe using a faster EMA like the 5 or 10 and a slower SMA like 20. When the faster EMA crosses above SMA, it's a buy signal. When it crosses below, it's a sell signal. Now we both know this, right? But in scalping, you need tight stops, tight and quick profits. Also, NAS 100 is volatile, so maybe having a filter like only trading in the direction of the higher time frame trend. But the user didn't mention that, so maybe keep it to 1 minute. Yeah, I said this because we're talking about crosses below, it's a sell, crosses above, it's a buy. So basically it goes down to also concerning the strategy should be clear on trading view. So the user can visually see the crossovers, maybe adding a third element like an exit condition, such as take profit and stop loss. For scalping, maybe 5 pips TP and 3 pips stop loss, right? Then we move one down. So the strategy could be 10 EMA and 20 SMA on a 1 minute chart. Buy when 10 EMA crosses above 20 SMA, sell, same thing. Exit after a certain number of points or when the reverse crossover happens. And your winning rate becomes higher, but at the same time, it's still a legal strategy, number one, because at the end of the day, if it were illegal, we wouldn't have indicators. All this is basically saying is this is where you set your indicators to have a better win rate in the market. So basically down here, it gave us a strategy setup, right? So indicators, 5 period, exponential, 20 period, simple. Chart setup, time frame, 1 minute, of course, simple. Entry rules, long entry. When the EMA crosses above 20 SMA, confirm when green candle closing above both EMA SMA, short entry. It's giving you that. It's going to give you rules to exit. Now, the great thing about this is not like you have to continue to come back to this platform and be like, oh, what did it say here? You're in a trade. It's going to place it on your chart.
It placed it on the trading.
Yes, it's going to place exit. It's going to place entry. It's going to place when it's about to cross. It's going to play like it's going to like when it's crossing below, sell, cross above, buy. But it's telling you on your trading view chart. We're going to take it a step further and we're going to implement it into our actual broker. So that way you don't even got to go back and forth between trading view and your actual brokerage platform while you're trading. Right? Bro, it's going to show you on your chart. So basically we go down here. Why this works. The 5 EMA captures short-term momentum while the 20 SMA filters out noise. Crossover signals shift in momentum, ideal for scalping 1-minute moves in NASDAQ 100. Adjust perimeter slightly based on back testing, but keep it simple. Now watch this. Hey man, people make trading way too. If people make trading way too complicated, it's like they want to, and before my mentor taught me how to trade, I was the same person. I'm on YouTube, I'm just like, and then some people that really know what they're doing, they're like giving you the game, but it's like they're not really giving all of it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Look at this, bro. All you gotta do,
Copy and paste.
copy.
Man, stop. Let me.
All you gotta do is go right here, brother. Watch this. Boom, boom. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to update on chart, add to chart, update it, code it. You just got to be, the only part you have to do on your end is just be specific when you're talking. You see what I'm saying? Please send updated coded strategy. Sorry about that. It was a typo. Okay, let me
Everybody,
figure it out. They're like, let me figure it let me figure this out, man. Yeah, man, this is like it's exciting to get used to and just play around with it. It's like you you'll be like, wait, what? And I guarantee you, bro, people that are really doing stuff in the markets, they've gotten hip to this type of stuff. Because I mean, at the end of the day, the people that are building your platforms, they're using this. This is crazy. But like, I want you to look at this. So when you're talking about short and longs, and that's what they're fixing right now, the long conditions, but it's telling you strategy, exit, when to execute trades, when to exit trade, when to get into the trade, right? Calculating your indicators, right? When you're talking about your moving averages, inputs, it's capturing all this. All right, key fixes, explicit parentheses. All right, boom, 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 boom. Let's do it. Let's see. All right, see what to expect. It's basically telling you what they're going to throw on your chart. Below bars, buy signals. Above bars, sell signals. Trades auto close on your charts and TPSL points. Brother. Oh, bro, I love this stuff, bro. All right, so I don't think we have any errors this time. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we back clear. So let's see. Ah,
and it literally, wow.
yeah, brother. And this whole performance, trade analysis, risk performance ratios, it's all going to get basically what I was saying on the previous one, right, is not only are you're putting your code for your strategy in Pine Editor, right? And what I love about that, what I love about TradingView is you don't have to have the biggest subscription to do this stuff, right? You can do it on the first tier subscription or something like that. So what it's going to do of course, we just implemented this strategy. So it's just throwing out like P&Ls and drawdown percentage, total trades, profitable trades, whatever. But Depending on which broker you choose, I know a lot of people that implement their broker into TradingView because there's some brokers like Pepperstone, Oanda, Webull, right? My broker and the brokers that I use, it's a separate platform that don't have any type of partnership with TradingView, but I'm going back and forth and traveling back and forth. You excited yet? Or yeah.
I I've been excited.
And really, this is basically showing you it's almost spot on when it's showing you when to go long. I mean, we hear if you look at it's showing you like when to go. Like, look at this. It's showing you when to go long. Let me draw this. Look at this. Showing you when to go long, showing you when to short, showing you when to exit short. It's giving you some breathing room down here. Of course, now we're back into a little push back up. It's telling you to go long from here. So we had 21, 127 all the way up to 21, 314. It's almost a 200-point move. Like, it's crazy.
Look at this, like this is basically like it's coding technicals for you, like just
Mhm.
about. So instead of you so much in your own head thinking about it so much, like it's coding it for you. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And you can implement this strategy for short, long. If you want to implement a strategy, if you want to be like, when you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I don't mind sitting in a trade for a week, no matter how much drawdown I go into. You can set it for swing trading, you can set it for intraday, or you can set it for scalping. It doesn't really matter. And I'll help you with like verbiage and stuff like that. Like when you get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm ready to dive into it. You could be like, yo, Christian, send me the verbiage on how to talk to the platform, right? And then once this platform develops a strategy, is going to ask you like, okay, do you want me to? You put it into Pine Editor, and you say, you know what, I kind of want to tweak a little bit. Let me ask it how to tweak it, right? So yeah, bro, this is definitely something. And I was excited to bring this to you because I'm like, yo, number one in trading is always going to be confidence. And if anybody, your confidence comes from you winning trades.
yeah,
So that's when you're like, you know what? All right, like, all right, cool, right? And it ain't gonna do everything for you. You have to be disciplined enough to say, all right, my indicator seems to be spot on for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 months, whatever. Let me be disciplined enough to not try to go above or below. It's telling me to
how
exit.
many time frame, 5 minute time frame.
So I did this 1 hour.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, if I were to pull up another time frame, it'll show me levels, but it's not going to be concrete because I asked it to show me on that 1 hour time frame.
Oh, okay, right.
You see what I'm saying? So what you can do, what I would do, because you want to, of course, you're more so like between scalping and intraday, right? So what I would do is I would say, develop me one for 1 minute, develop me one for 5 minutes, and develop me one for 1 hour. Because swinging is going to be more so like your 4 hour to 1 month, 4 hour, 1 week, 1 month, right? Or daily, if you're looking at daily. So that's pretty much it when it comes to uh doing a strategy. And we're gonna dive more into this because, like I said, I'm actually working on how to implement this into the actual broker. Because a lot of people don't want to. I'm gonna tell you something. The brokers that are dealing with TradingView, because TradingView is such a lucrative platform, their commissions are super high. Because guess what? They got to pay TradingView. People's perspectives. So, like, hold on, let me move this. I look at other people's perspectives. So, if I'm looking at, um, let's go here. Let's see. Boom, boom. So, what I'll do is I'll say, all right, cool. I don't know if you've ever done this before, but that was on the 23rd. The 23rd was probably, what was that? No, what was the 23rd?
Like last week.
That was last week. 23rd was actually Sunday, top of the week. So you'll see people throw ideas out, right? We'll go here. and it'll be a video. And it's see like perspective on what other traders are thinking in the market too. Because it doesn't mean that they're right, but you want to see what they're thinking. You see what I'm saying? Like, all right, how can I compare my strategy to this person that's posting? And you'll start to see the same usernames a lot. And you'll be like, all right, these people really trade. People to like take if you're gonna have trading view, like take it serious. This person is looking at, let's see. Oh, they don't have the date at the bottom. That's weird. I don't see the dates down here, but typically, so what this person is projecting is it's going to bounce to this previous high, and then it's just going to drop. This is basically for this on Sunday. And I'm gonna text you when it happens. On Sunday, what I think is going to happen because we've been bearish all week. Of course, there's been a little bit of consolidation or testing, but for the most part, we've pretty much been bearish all week, right? I'm looking for a gap. Market close around 840. Um, I'm looking. Yeah, you see this wick, you see this wick right here?
Yeah. The Doji.
Yeah, you see this and it's showing a fake out, right?
Mhm.
It was like it wanted to pull up, it wanted to get bullish, and then we faked out and we pulled all the way down. I'm thinking that we're going to get a gap up to around here. I'm thinking we're going to get between 100 and 150 point gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set a trend line here to see. Yeah, I'm thinking because this was a mean fake out. Let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to, and I'm actually going to set where we at right here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna set an alert for this. I'm thinking we're gonna gap up to strategies and developing strategies, but all we got to do is watch the news. Watch the news. And you also want to keep your eyes on the most lucrative stock: Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Airbnb. You see what I'm saying? Because those are the market, those are what they call market movers. Your smaller companies, they don't have a big impact. They don't have a big impact on how the market moves. You want to look at like the top. You're looking at the Nasdaq 100. You want to look at the top 20 companies. If you're looking at the Dow, which is 30 US 30, you want to look at like the top 5 to 7 companies and say, what are the market movers causing this pair to be bearish or bullish today?
This made me think twice about Forex now.
Anyone that I educate, bro, I automatically bring them over. Even if they're scared, I automatically bring them over to indices. Because once I explain the significance, if you just pay attention, it's going to require you to turn on the news. It's going to require you to download, like you're going to be on CNN, you're going to be on MSNBC, you're going to be on Bloomberg, right? But it's like if you pay attention and you know about, of course, you know about Red Photo, you know about FOMC, you know about NFP, you know about CPI. If you know these days are coming, or if you know it's a Red Photo event, or you know about Jerome Powell speaking, then 8 times out of 10 you'll be good. I'm not going to say 10 times out of 10 because I'm not going to make an over promise like that because the market will damn sure under deliver for you. Work on the discipline piece of it. It is something like, bro, I found myself sitting down talking about trading. Bro, I talk about trading so much. It's like people be like, yo, you want to talk about something? I'm like, nah, bro. No, because we talk about changing our lives and our financial trajectory. I want to actually I mean, we're talking about printing money, and this is like a superpower to be able to get in the market and print. I don't care if you're doing $5, $6 a day, you're still making more money than what's sitting in your account. It's not doing anything.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I could talk about this all day. Like, and that's how I knew like this is what I wanted to do. This is what I need to be doing. Like I
Yeah.
frankly before Christian, I really like I didn't really know what else I wanted to do other than besides basketball. I didn't love nothing else other than basketball. That was
Right, right.
that was it. So in college, I was like, well, the ball gonna stop bouncing one day. So I really need to figure out what else do I really like have a passion for. And trading was it. That was it. Like,
It's a beautiful skill, bro. Like, it it's frustrating, man, but you're going to get past being frustrated in your losses because whenever you know in your mind, like you only can learn from a mistake. When you win in life, and this is just a life lesson, based off my experience at 31 years old, I've had life experiences, downfalls, came up, fell again, came up. You see what I'm saying? And it's like all of my come ups, I just celebrate. You see what I'm saying? But my downfall, my back against the wall, it's like, and that's so crazy. And I say this to say, you were like, trading teaches you so much about yourself, right? Trading taught me that I was greedy in the market. It taught me that, damn, instead of just taking profit here, you want to get a little bit more. And then next thing you know, it's reversing on you. And I'm just like, I was up, 80, $100 on this trade. And then I walk back up to my computer and I'm in drawdown with no stop loss. I, where I am in my life, you know what I mean? Understanding that everybody doesn't understand the skill. People get upset when they lose money. I get it, right? Because I was once one of those people. And I'm at a point in my life where the education matters the most. If I can teach one person or 1,000 or 1,000,000, but that just one person can say, you know what? I love this, man. I'm so passionate that trading is cool because I can print money for myself and I can change my financial situation and I can be financially free. But damn, I want to go teach some people too. Like, and I am teaching this whole 12 months is it's literally going to be, it's literally going to be the most elementary. You're gonna be like, yo, this is all it took. Like, I I just don't believe in all of the. I mean, yeah, there's technicals in trading, but it's all fundamental. A lot of people want to hop to the technicals and they want to draw fibs on their chart and they want to do all this, but they don't know the fund. It's like, where are your fundamentals? Like I sat with a person and I sat with a guy and he was like, I do the options, I'm on pocket options, I do like I call, I put. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, what's your strategy? He dove into it. I was like, yo, but like, what's the fundamental strategy? Like, do you have any like, foundation on why you set these strategies? Are you intraday? Are you going long? You going short? He could answer those questions. He was just like, yo, I mean, I have this strategy, but he couldn't really explain the strategy because everyone's so quick to get to the money. Everyone's so quick to get to it. I know the feeling. I was like, I threw $500 in my first trade account and blew it within minutes because I was still greedy. I was like when I got out of demo and I was like, all right, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll never forget Hugo's Way. That was my broker. Everybody start with Hugo's Way, right?
oh yeah,
And I'm like, all right, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm watching all the videos. I'm like, yeah, everybody taking profit. It's gonna be me too. I get into Ethereum. It's when I'm in Ethereum. This is like during a pandemic. Crypto booming, going crazy. I get into Ethereum. I'm at max lot, bro.
thanks a
I
lot.
promise you, within 4 minutes, I start getting margin call. I'm like, wait, like why? And like I said, even though I started trading in 2019, the pandemic was still beginning stages for me. Once I blew that account, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do better. And I threw money into it, more money into the account, blew it. Then after that, I blew 9 more accounts. I blew 11 accounts before I truly became profitable. Because I was like, you know what? All right, bro, you can't keep doing this. Like literally, I'm just saying, hey, here, broker, take it. It's yours.
Make your money. You
I
just
might
take
as well walk into the broker and just say, look, you have it. It's like, why are you trading it? You just want to give it away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, I want you to think about this, implement these strategies. Um, and yeah, bro, I know that this is going to, bring your confidence to a different level versus what you should do on a 1 hour, 4 hour.
yeah,
If you're back testing, you're looking at the daily, or you're looking at like a 4 hour or something like that. So, you know about stop losses, you know about lots, right? You know about position sizing, you know about
you use this. Um,
what'd you say?
I use it's on my FX book. It's basically like the position size calculator. So it lets you know, like, I don't know if you used this before. I wish I could show you, but it's like it's called the position size calculator. It's on.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just now I'm learning how to work it. But I know it tells you like exactly give you like a good lot size based off your percentages and based off what's in your account. That way you
Got
don't
it.
risk like you don't risk too much, you risk management, stuff like that.
That's super dope. There's
Yeah.
also something I'm gonna send you too. Well, you already know about it, right? So you got your lot, right? As long as you have your lot calculator, right?
Mhm.
And it's going to help you, how to determine lots based on the size of your account.
Yep.
But I also want you to heavily use the compound interest calculator, because when you're starting your live account, I want you to have goals set for yourself. So in compound interest calculator, right, it's going to give you that, how can I put this? In compound interest calculator is pretty much going to say, I'm starting my account here, and this is where I look to be, or this is where I plan to be by month 12. And when you print that out, I always tell people, when you have goals as big as stuff like that, compound interest and stuff like that, hang it over your desk, bro. Hang it over your bed. Because when you wake up and you see it, it's like it's different than pulling it up on your phone. When you wake up and see it, it's like, all right, this is my target today. You can't hit a target you can't see, right?
Yep.
And guess what? You go into the market and you say, listen, I got my plan for today. This is how much money that is showing that I need to make based off what I'm trying to clear, whether it's 2%, 3%, 1%. And once you clear that, if you make a little bit more, perfect, right? But once you clear that, just be done. Because you got to always think about the end goal in mind. You got to think about day 90, day 120, day 180, right? So that's all. I'm gonna send you the exact link I use, because there are different compound interest calculators, but that's something you want to implement, right? And this is just going to be more, it's not just like mastery. I mean, mastery, of course, it's trading mastery, and it's teaching you, refreshing your memory on charts, and stuff like that. But it's also going to be boiled into mindset too.